This Friday on Travelin Young,
we're discovering the island of Omu.
We're the Youngs.
We've spent our lives traveling the world.
And in 2018, we moved from
Chicago, Illinois to
Copenhagen, Denmark.
Now we want to share with you
how our new lives abroad
is keeping us young.
keeping us young.
are helping to keep us young. All right, welcome to another episode on a Friday of Travelin Young. This time we begin at the start of our journey this summer.
Yes, because we've been everywhere.
We've been all over the place.
Has to have a starting point.
And it started on the island of Omu.
Yes.
And Martin, who's one of our subscribers, actually reached out to me like a month or two ago saying, you need to come and spend a day here.
Yeah.
And he runs a fish shop there, and right there on the harbor. And I thought, this is interesting. This could be a cool way to start our...
definitely.
Now I kind of wanted the whole vacation to be there because it was so relaxing.
It was.
Yeah, but thank you, Martin, for the
thank you so much.
arranging everything for us for the day.
They were so nice to us.
I know, they were so nice. And I feel like it's a little bit hard to show you just how nice the island was because it was so nice, not just because it was very pretty, but also just like the vibes were nice. And that's something that's a little hard to portray through a video. But it was just so calm and so relaxing and something you can really only experience in real life.
It's that life where you just kind of, their time doesn't really exist there. You just kind of go and hang out, and everybody was so welcoming to us and so nice.
Yeah, it's just a whole island of hygge.
Yeah, it was.
I felt like we were in the south and I lost track of time.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I really wish we were there longer. And so I told Martin I forgot our pass. We have our passport with the pass, so we have to go back. There's no choice now. We have to come back to get the stamp from the island.
Yes.
But it was really neat, and it started on a ferry ride. And Brisket got to hang out on the top deck of a ferry.
Yeah, and that was his first time kind of doing that, and I don't think he was too sure about it, but he actually did pretty well.
He's been unsure most of the trip. He's hiding right now, occasionally peeking around the corner to look at us.
He's a very nervous dog.
Lots of new things. But one of the highlights of the trip actually is what we're gonna show you in a minute. We start on the ferry, and then right afterwards, basically almost right after we got there, Martin enlisted me to help mix up the cod for the fiskefrikadeller. So you get to see me be a hard worker fish shop employee for the 2 minutes it took him to realize that I'm not very good at this, and I kept complaining about how cold it was. And my delicate hands couldn't handle the cold.
Delicate hands.
So we got a bunch of cool things from the island we want to show you, but we're going to start off with this, the ferry ride, and then me working at the fish shop.
Right now, there's not that much fish in here. There are not that many fishermen left on Omu. So we got the room almost for ourselves. There are ours. This is where we get our fish delivered. So the thing that we can't buy from here, we get delivered from outside. And where does it come from? North of Jutland. Here's Hans or Hanstholm, I don't remember. Oh, wow. It's so crazy. We live on an island, and we call for fish. They probably fish it, bring it there, and then we call and then bring it back. So this is the minced codfish that we're using for fiskefrikadeller. So this is completely fresh fish. It's really nice.
All right, so what we're doing here is we've picked up the fish, and we're gonna take it and we're gonna start working on making some fiskefrikadeller.
That's true. That's well pronounced.
Yeah. I'm getting ready. It's my new. I feel like I'm almost like Dexter here. What's gonna happen exactly?
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm processing.
Yeah.
what I'm looking at here.
It is, yeah. You know, everything has a smell. And when we started this was one of our greatest concerns, you know. The smell of fish isn't
The best smell.
what I found out is, I mean, if you took a pound of minced beef and you stick your nose in it, right? It also has a smell. If it's old, it smells really bad. It's pretty much the same with this. Right? It doesn't have, the smell isn't very strong, it's more like fresh, and I like that.
And so this is cod, you said?
This is cod, minced cod.
Minced cod, yep.
So it's pure meat.
And
There's nothing, no bones, no...
Yeah. You buy it, it's already minced and all that
We
stuff.
buy it and it's already minced,
Yeah.
And then you can put this all over. I'm gonna get the cream and the eggs.
Put this in the fish trough. Oh, look at that.
Fish trough.
Look at the trough of... Look, it's got all my favorite things in there.
It's got onions,
it's got fish.
I like fiskefrikadeller, even if you don't. This is gonna be good. Fresh. Super fresh.
That's it.
I feel like if I were an employee at your store, I'd last like one afternoon, maybe. You're like, yeah, maybe Josh, you want me to take this over, maybe, so we can move along a little faster,
exactly.
maybe?
And then you get this, right?
Yeah.
So you just make some small balls like this. These are probably 110, 15 grams.
Yeah.
And then we fry them on the fryer over there, the frying pan.
Door-to-door knife salesman. We had these
I'd buy from
wonderful steak knives
Yes.
that if you buy
Japanese knife.
help pay for my college education, the steak knives.
Very nice.
Okay, so I mean
Have your hands recovered?
I mean
Can you
they're
feel
worn
them
now. And my Dexter outfit.
Yes.
I am a fan. By the way, I'm a fan of Dexter, and I'm excited that it's coming back. If you've never watched the TV show, and putting that big apron on and stuff.
Yeah.
And
But
Anyway,
the sad part was they sold out all the frikadeller that Josh made. We didn't actually get to eat them.
well,
So
they took what we made actually and put it in the freezer for the
that's
next
right.
day, and
Yeah.
they sold out the stuff they made earlier in the day
Yeah.
for that day. So we didn't get to taste,
No.
and we ended up having like fish and chips instead.
But that was also very good.
Oh
so
gosh, the fish and chips was
no
so
complaining
good.
from me. It was so good, and it was great.
Yeah, and so that was basically, I earned my keep,
Yes,
you
Yeah,
know,
you
for
did.
everybody, basically.
We were allowed to then go around the rest of the island.
Yeah, so Martin escorted us around and showed us a few different things, and we got a special boat ride.
We did.
On a speedboat, this really old Danish boat, actually.
It looked very James Bond. The second I saw it, I was like, this thing looks like it's out of a James Bond movie.
Yeah, so it was really
fun.
cool to see the island from the water, not just from the ferry, but we went around parts of the
Yeah.
island. So, let's cut into that. We're going to show you basically how the day unfolded on all the different things we got to do while we were hanging out in Omu.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a 42-year-old speedboat, Danish, extravaganza at that time. It was good, and it was made 150 of these. I think still 50 or so left, maybe less. And we have a community, the boat owners of this brand.
Are they basically all here in Denmark?
Oh, in the whole Nordic, Scandinavia, and in Germany and Switzerland on the lakes.
So there's only 50 left in that whole area?
Maximum.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is very rare.
Yeah.
standing here on this tiny little island of Omu, and I'm standing in front of this really cool old lighthouse. And the island of Omu sits here along the Stolbelt Strait, and this is a really important strait because it connects to the Baltic Sea. And just the other day, there were some Russian submarines that were spotted coming from the Baltic Sea and going out towards the Atlantic Ocean. So it was a bit tense here in Denmark with seeing those submarines. And I didn't realize this, but the Russian submarines that were actually spotted in Cuba during the Cuban Missile Crisis had to come through this strait. So that's kind of a unique and really interesting bit of connection between American history and Danish history that I really don't think gets taught. Like, we had no idea that the Danes were the ones that spotted those Russian submarines. So it's kind of cool.
Hi. We're in front of the school at Omu, and there's just the Omu Stadium, which is where FC Copenhagen typically comes. That's not true. The national team trains, and we've been told this is one of the smallest schools in all of Denmark with like 4 students now, maybe. I mean, it's crazy small. 5, and then after a certain age, they go to Zealand instead of the island. But I'm here to show you that I should have been on the national team.
You've got what it takes.
See if I can kick it.
Make a penalty shot.
In the goal. Let's see.
All right. Are you ready? He's making his his UEFA debut.
Just fool the goalie.
Yep. No. That's.
So look, I could have played for like.
You could have played for England.
Like Switzerland or somebody. Who was it the other day that was basically kicking them all over the goal? I mean, you know, those guys are pros, right?
Yeah. I think you're ready to sign.
I got air. Hold on. I want one more try.
Oh my God! No.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Whenever you do that, you just refer to Elkjær.
Elkjær?
Elkjær.
His pants were torn. He had a big hole in his pants, and he kicked the penalty on the Danish national team and kicked it over. So Denmark went out of the tournament.
All right, that's like
Laces Out.
Yeah, like Laces Out from Ace Ventura and Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel.
Oh, he made it. Though, there we go. There you go.
Yeah, he went to the left. You didn't see?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm out of breath. I ran around. I got the ball. Came back. This school's bigger than I thought. I got some exercise.
There you go. We are at the Omu Perlen restaurant, which you said that somebody told you this was super nice.
I was talking to a girl and she told me that this place was really good, so I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, and we saw so much of the island today. This place has been so super cute, and it was been so nice of Martin to show us around.
Yeah, and we saw cows, which you know are some of my favorite animals. I was very excited to see cows.
Yeah. And this island is just so cute. It's like, Martin kept talking about how it's one of those places where you come and you're just like,
I know, I was telling him it kind of made me think of like a video game where it's like, oh, your main character is like spending the summer at this little island and you have all these little, you have to go to the fisher place to go meet the fishermen, and now we have to go here, like a little quest.
Eat a dinner, yeah, exactly. So I think we've had a full day. It's been great, and it's super cute. I'd love to come back again.
Yeah.
I want you to tell everybody your favorite feature of Omu.
I mean, the island's gorgeous. You can see water from everywhere, except in one specific direction. You can also see the Nightmare Bridge.
Your favorite thing.
My favorite thing.
Ever.
And we're going to drive over it again soon, and it's reminding me of that. Another important note is we found out that it's today years old that Maya realized that chicken salad was not salad with chicken on it, but rather chicken and mayonnaise and all these other things. So she ordered chicken salad here, and she was surprised when it arrived.
Yeah, because I was like, why is there mayonnaise on this? I didn't say that in the thing. I guess I just didn't know like the Oxford Dictionary definition for chicken salad, because my head was just like, oh, chicken salad, like a salad with chicken in it. I mean, I guess it is a salad with chicken in it.
You're not expecting
No.
this.
I mean, I'm just not a big mayonnaise person, but it's okay. It's still a good salad nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here on Omu, I get to look at the bridge almost everywhere I go, and Maya learned what chicken salad was. So it's
It's a banner day for
I don't
the
know if
young
I'd call it a
family.
win-win, but you know, it's all good.
We're all facing our fears today.
Yeah. Okay, so you can't. I'm hoping you wouldn't have noticed this, although I'm now going to tell you. And when you see it, you
And it
can't.
will, yeah, you
unsee
can't
it?
unsee it. It will be obvious now that we said it.
Yeah. I was like at dinner. After we recorded that part, I looked down and like, well, we were talking to the waitress for a while because she had just graduated from gymnasium.
Yeah, and
And-
since I'm going into it, we talked about school.
Yeah,
for a
Maya
long
was
time.
super excited
And
when
there
she's
was a
like
beautiful sunset,
gymnasium
so we
and-
were all.
Yeah.
So I was completely lost, and I looked down and realized that on my shirt tail, I had the wrong amount of buttons on one side.
Yeah.
I feel like I noticed it, and then
I
just
didn't even
I
say
didn't say
anything.
anything.
I think,
about
yeah,
it.
and so I like swiftly rebuttoned my shirt
Yeah.
to line them up correctly. But
But
in
all
that
of-
video that you just saw,
Yeah.
one side was a little like one whole button thing higher than
Yeah,
it should have been.
it's in like this region right here
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
buttons were all messed up.
colors
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
Yeah.
up over here.
Sometimes you just can't always get it right.
No, can't always win.
You know, it's
Yeah.
all right.
But that dinner was amazing. The sunset
Ooh,
was
yeah.
amazing, even though I could see the Nightmare Bridge. Otherwise, amazing.
That
it was
sunset
such a really
was
cool.
crazy. The sun was just beautiful.
I enjoyed my surprise chicken salad.
Yeah.
There was that.
Yeah.
The surprise chicken
Lessons
salad.
were
Yeah.
learned.
Yeah. But that was like just a really, really cool day.
Yeah.
And that was a great
Such
way
a
to kind of
great
wrap
day.
it up
Great.
with dinner.
Yeah.
But today, since it's Friday fact,
Yes.
and Maya wants to share something.
I have a
Mine's
Friday
favorite.
fact. So, this, I will introduce you to someone real quick. This is Bobby. If you will know, if you watch the zoo video, cows are some of my favorite animals. I love cows. And this cow was gifted to me after the zoo video, actually, by Vilas, my boyfriend. And this cow came with me home and back to after school every single weekend. And he's on the
Yeah.
trip with me because I cannot sleep without him now. His name is Bobby, and I love him so much. He's so perfect. I mean, I hope you can see him in all his greatness.
It might be out of focus a little bit, but
Yeah.
But he's wonderful. I also have a cat that was buddies with him that came with me also home and back from after school.
And
but
you used to have Calvin, the chameleon.
yeah, I'm a big stuffed animal person.
basically,
But-
so many times when you were a little kid, we'd be somewhere, like, and by somewhere I mean like another country,
Yeah.
and she'd be like, oh, where was it? This was in another country. This was in St. Louis. You forgot Calvin.
Oh
and
my
we were
gosh.
like already in the car driving away, and we had to
And
go back.
We
found
had
him
to
out.
go get Calvin.
He was okay.
And I'm
But,
sure you've
it's
left
fun.
it in restaurants in
Oh,
other
of course.
countries before that we had to go back. So she loves these just enough to bring them and then forget them.
Well, I haven't forgot. That's why I didn't bring my other stuffed animal, which is like a cat who came
Yeah.
with me. But he's like as old as me. I got him when I was really little, so I don't bring him with me. But
Yeah.
Bobby, he comes
Bobby
everywhere.
goes with you.
I love
well,
Bobby.
There you go.
Friday facts.
Yes, thank you to Vilas for getting me Bobby. I love him.
So we just wanted to wrap this up by basically giving a quick tour of where we stayed because it's a old former bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
And Martin helped organize for us to stay there, and the people that we stayed with were super nice.
Oh,
and it was
so
such a beautiful place that I think is like reflective of Omu. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention too that he told us about, which is we really didn't get to do go around as much as I'd like to take
No,
video because we were
yeah.
there one day. I'd love to go back and do this, but it was interesting how the owner explained to us how there's like a concentration of buildings in the center
yes,
of the
this
town,
was
which
so
is where
interesting.
the farmers and everything would live and farm. And then later they started building like buildings and farmland and stuff they'd farm out in the fields.
Yeah.
But years ago they didn't do that. And we noticed that when we went to Newark that time, just outside of Moon. And he was explaining to us that that's how
Yeah,
it used to be.
I never put two and two together that farmers in the old days would have all their houses clustered together and then they'd go out to their farms. I'm so used to coming from the Midwest that you just live on your land. So your house is there where your fields are, but
Yeah,
that's so interesting.
And this place that we stayed is basically in the middle of the cluster of where these old buildings were. And it was really neat. We could have just, like, if we had enough time, walked all around and seen a bunch of these old buildings in this area.
But it was so interesting that there were all these buildings around you, and you drive like 3 minutes and you're just in fields.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then there's, I mean, some farms and people have started living further out, but it still is like tons of fields, and everybody's like kind of really not too far from the harbor in a cluster.
But you know what? We just have to go back and explore again.
We do.
We will have to do that. We're connected now.
Watch out. We're coming
I feel
back.
like we know half the island at this point.
Yeah.
Bobby
will make his return.
Yes.
So we're going to say goodbye from where we are, but we're going to go ahead and flip to the quick tour of the place that we stayed, because I think it's a good kind of way to illustrate of how things are there on the island, and a nice relaxing experience.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're staying at this super cool place.
The Loen, I think, is how it's staying. So this used to be a bed and breakfast, but now it has new owners, and there's just the restaurant part, and the people who own it are being super nice and letting us stay here for the night. But it's absolutely beautiful.
We're staying here.
We are.
And we're going to check out the garden for Mr. Brisket here. So our friend Martin got us all set.
Yes. He did.
Arranged this for us. Thank you, sir.
But it's beautiful going through here. So here's the secret. Look at this. Isn't this amazing?
Over here they've got some
so beautiful.
hang drying some clothes. Say hi. Hope you don't mind. You'll be on YouTube for one moment. Say hi.
YouTube. I don't know what YouTube is really.
And this is where the chickens usually are, but they must be sleeping or something.
They're sleeping,
Yeah.
That's the most beautiful chicken coop I've ever seen.
So nice. And over here, more garden.
Yeah.
I want one of these in our backyard so we can get rid of all the... We can be outside and not have bugs eating us.
This is what we need.
This would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Like our own little atrium.
Brisket's like, hold on, I still need to go to the bathroom. That hasn't changed.
Look at all these roses.
Cool old buildings around us. I mean, this is just a really, really neat place.
Yeah, and it's so relaxing, and it's so nice to come here and get a break from work and school.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I'm getting a break from nothing now.
Well, I think the battery's going to die in a moment, so let's go ahead and make sure Brisket tends to his stuff, and you got the mini tour of the grounds here.
Yeah.
All right. From Omu.